I'm Jenna for Sherlock, and I'm the owner of Jenna Communications. It's a media relations firm where I handle PR, event planning, and social media. And I'm also a former broadcast reporter and anchor, so I know how to tell a story on both sides. So I think there are many ways that you can become a PR professional, but I think it really depends on your background. If you're in college, I would say have internships at a big PR firm and then also a boutique firm, because you can see both sides. When it's a huge company, each account rep could have 3 to 5 clients or more working on. When you're at a boutique firm, it's a little smaller, so everyone's kind of engaging and helping the same client goal. So I would say that, and then also writing. You have to learn to write. So if you're on a college level or older, just learn to write, get involved, write your own blog, get feedback. The local SBDC programs are huge. I go to Warden at SBDC now for mentoring, and the professors and current students are amazing. They give me great feedback. But I think just writing, get writing books, learn to write. On a younger level, get involved writing for your yearbook, newspaper, anything, plus the internships, because that just adds value. And if you're older, I would say, start your own blog, and that way you learn how to write on your own and get feedback, and then you can kind of test that with social media and see how many followers you're getting. I would say it's relationships. It's always meeting with people, whether it's for coffee, lunch, drinks, or at a networking event. And if it's not my client, then the relationship I'm building are with reporters, because I'm always trying to meet new reporters, find out new producers, find out the new booking producers, find out the new editors, and there's always changes, so you have to keep up on that relationship and find out who's who, because there tends to be 1 or 2 key people at each station or news outlet that make the decisions, so you want to know them and you want to be in their good graces. You don't want to pester them too much, but just enough so they know who you are, and you have to be savvy enough to tell a story in a sexy type way so they listen to you. You have to tell it fast, just like if you hear that 30-second elevator pitch, and you have to get their attention and then try to hook it and make them interested in your story. And that's the true talent of being a good PR person. I see just more live streaming happening in the next 10 to 20 years, because nowadays, for example, on the way here I saw President Trump was giving a live streaming press conference. So nowadays everything is live, and I feel that there's going to be something that we can't even think of right now that is going to be just live everything, live events, live press conferences, probably live cameras in the school. I mean, I just think it's going to be more invasive than it is now. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I just think that everything is going more digital, social media, live. You don't necessarily have to be a famous TV reporter or a famous PR person to get a story. I mean, even now the news outlets are accepting stories from Joe Schmoes off the street. So, I'm just saying that anyone can be their own reporter, or anyone can be their own PR person nowadays through their phones, because they can tell a story. And I think that's amazing in so many ways, but I can't wrap my head around where it's going. I just think that every event, even like charity events, you're going to be able to bid live on your phone through a live streaming capability, not just like looking on an app and looking at an item. I think you're going to be able to see the whole thing live and bid that way. That's just one element that I can think of, but I think that everything will be streamed digital. I would say final words of advice are to be strong, be persistent. You have to be able to sell, because if you're not selling to your client, you have to be able to sell a story to a reporter. You have to be able to handle pressure. That's why a newsroom is the best training ground for a PR person, because you learn to handle pressure. You learn how to write a story fast. You learn how to get it in on deadline. Everything's about deadlines, because if you snooze, you lose. Like, news is relevant that day and that day only, or as it happens. If you wait a week later, that's not news. So you just have to be able to learn how to write, tell a story, be persistent, be able to take no for an answer, have drive. You have to like what you're doing, because if you don't like it, you're not going to last.